So let me make something very, very clear. My brother did nothing to deserve what these people have done. Nothing. My brother, his name was Ronnie. We all called him Bubba. He was born handicapped by his own father's abuse. The day my brother was born, my father came home angry, screamed at my mother and told her that the baby in her stomach was going to be another goddamned girl and he didn't want it, and he knocked her to the floor and he strangled her and he sat on her stomach and he beat her head into the floor until neighbors came and pulled him off of her. And my brother was born that night handicapped, brain damaged, with cerebral palsy. He would live the next 23 of his years in a wheelchair, never able to speak, never able to walk, never able to do anything more than smile and shoot out a leg or an arm to trip you. He never did a single thing to anybody in this world. And these YouTubers are going after him because they weren't able to get to me in the time that they wanted to. They want me to kill myself. And that means that they have to hurt me as much as they possibly can. And when their tricks fail, they always resort to going after my disabled brother. Because I love my brother. Of everything my family has done, what they're doing to my brother's memory now might be the worst. What they're doing by allowing these channels to profit off of hurting him is absolutely disgusting, and they can say they're doing it because they want to hurt me all day long. I'm not the one they're going after. My brother is. Adonis Paul held a fundraiser where he raised $1,500 to urinate on my brother's grave. My aunt visited the grave with a bottle of apple juice when my mother died. She made a video titled "Standing In for a Friend." She made multiple videos before that one explaining very clearly that she was there for Adonis Paul because he held a fundraiser and raised $1,500. And if nobody visited the grave to urinate on it and desecrate it like his goal, then he was a scam artist. And she wanted to make sure her friend was not seen as a scammer. So she visited my brother's grave with a bottle of apple juice and made videos about how funny it was to desecrate her own nephew's grave for thousands of people because they paid. Because thousands of people paid her. She was willing to laugh and desecrate her own disabled nephew's final resting place. He can never move from there. Adonis Paul got his money, and the fundraiser was fulfilled, and they're still going after my brother. They won't even show his face. His beautiful little face. They have to scratch it out so that people don't look too closely at what they've actually done. So that people don't get a good look at the face of the people that they are actually going after. My brother didn't deserve what they have done. And he doesn't deserve for them to continue using his name and parading him around for profits on their end. To do more desecration. That's not all they did. They spent months holding fundraisers, playing with his soul. At the time, I still believed in God. I still believed in a soul. Don't anymore. But whether he has a soul that they can hurt or not, he has a body that is in that ground that they have desecrated. They did visit my brother's grave. They did desecrate the ground he is buried under. And it was his own family that made the trip. Adonis Paul got the money for it, but it was his own blood that officially desecrated his final resting place. And that's important. That is so important to know who my family is, who I was raised by, and why I am the way I am. Because they can shirk all the blame they want. They can say that I'm my own person and nobody else in this family is like me. I'm not anything like them, that's for goddamn sure, because I sure as fuck would never visit somebody's grave with a bottle of apple juice to desecrate it. I couldn't even go to graves back when we were having funerals. I was always sitting in the van with the babies who were too small to go to the funeral because I couldn't handle going to funerals. So then they say that we're not alike, they're right, because I would not desecrate somebody's grave for vengeance or for amusement or for money or for any reason. But my family would. Happily. And all you have to do is offer them a little bit of attention. They'll pay you to get to do these disgusting things if you just pay attention to them. Adonis Paul and Original Owl have been going after my disabled brother for 3 years. For just as long as they have gone after me, they have gone after my disabled brother, who is dead, and even in life never said anything to anyone that would ever cause anyone to harm them. That's the kind of people they are. They should not be platformed on YouTube. Nobody with that mindset should have a platform to speak to thousands of people